Well, I'm really proud of that. I think for her, inconsistency has been a thing. And for her to elevate like she has, and she had a couple weeks ago, it was not her best week. And it was a little bit like you were wondering, like, okay, what's up with Kat? Where I'm not feeling her presence like we normally are used to. And to her credit, she's answered the bell and really fought like crazy and was hugely impactful this past weekend. Played so well, maybe her best game at San Francisco. Then tonight, her energy, she just has such an impact. You just feel it. She's inspiring, on both ends of the floor. Her playmaking ability on offense, her defensive disruption. I thought she kept rebounds alive, and so the stats were actually better than they even showed, because she kept rebounds alive that she didn't end up with, and so we need that from her. She's a spark, and so I was really proud of her effort tonight, and she's a really special competitor.
In the third quarter, you went to your bench a little bit. Was that just keeping an eye on the scoreboard, the 3 games this week, or what are you looking for?
Yeah. Well, searching. I mean, we just looking around, trying to find who's going, and I just felt like, I don't know. I mean, honestly, there's sometimes no rhyme or reason. It's a feel. As a coach, nothing was happening consistently on the floor. Let's just keep searching and looking. Second quarter had some of that too. Third quarter had some of that, and then we found a lineup that just had a cohesiveness or something, and we got a little bit of traction, and here we go. And so I can think of times last year doing the same thing. Just looking around and going, okay, I'm going to put 4 freshmen on the floor and see what happens and just change the energy. And, sometimes that's what it takes. And that's just basketball. There's nothing more to it than that, and this team has, one of the things they talk about is how versatile we are. And it's true. We can be really big, we can be small, we can be young, we can be old, we can be, attackers, or we can be more spot-up shooters. We can be lots of things. And so in a game like this where, we're struggling, it's just trying to find that combination that's going to, basically be a spark and instigate something special, and that's all that was.
You already talked about it, the 10-13 for them in the first half and 3, and over 4 in the second half. Would you switch up defensively to kind of shut them down from that?
Ends of the court, honestly. I don't even know. There's something about that basket right now. Portland did the same thing to us. I mean, we've got people that are like, don't guard them because they don't shoot threes, raining threes. Shoot, our half-court shooter out of the stands has made 3 straight half-court shots, 3 straight games. Like, there's something about that basket. I have no idea. I mean, we couldn't make a shot at the other end, and then we could in the second half. They couldn't make one in the second half, but they couldn't miss in the first half. I don't know. It's just something about that hoop. And so, that's what we switched up. I think defensively, I think mindsets change a little bit when you have a lead, of course. It's hard to keep something like that going, no doubt. And so defensively, we played with an intensity, of course, in the second half that was probably a little bit elevated, that impacted shots more. And but other than that, I don't know. I'd like somebody to tell me what's going on at that basket. I'll never forget, the first time I thought something about that hoop was New Mexico in the WNIT game, like second round game 4 years ago. Was that your freshman year? Yeah. They hit 9 threes in the first quarter, and I'm like, what? I've never seen anything like it. They got 36 points at the end of the first quarter. Somehow we won the game, but I'm like, what the heck? So I don't know. To me, it's the hoop.
Sticking with 3 points, take 30 shots from 3 in this one since the Nebraska game in the tournament last year. Obviously, some of that's desperation, but also really what carried you to the comeback. Just kind of what was opening up at lanes for the shots.
Washington State. I mean, they're big. That's they kept their roster, right, largely from a year ago. We lost a lot because of our circumstances. Their circumstances were different, and they kept their team. That's what a Pac-12 school looks like. That size. That's what we looked like a year ago. And so that size at the rim, they protect at the rim. They got a shot blocker down there pretty much all game. And so They blocked 5 shots in the first quarter, I know. I saw that up on the board. I don't know what they end up with, but that means that the rim's not available, and so we got to do something different. And so we called a lot more looks from 3, and for us, we haven't shot it great from 3. That hasn't been our go-to thing, but tonight it needed to be, and fortunately we had some people step up.
Anybody else? All right, thank you all.
All right, thank you.
Go Beavs.